At number 9 is Fuse, a clear-cut example of how focus testing can be really bad for a game. Fuse, a game developed by Insomniac and published by EA, it sucks. It's ugly, it's dull as dishwater. It's entirely lacking that whole Insomniac charm. Feels like work for hire or something. It's just so lacking in any discernible personality or appeal. It's easily the worst game to come out of the studio, but it wasn't always going to look like this. Before it became Fuse, the game was called Overstrike. It had a very cartoony art style and memorable characters in a vibrant world. It was Overwatch before Overwatch existed. According to an interview with the game's creative director, they brought in focus groups to see the game, and the response caused them to completely retool it into the much more generic Fuse. They primarily seemed to be responding to 12-year-old kids saying the game looked like it was for their little siblings. Like, the people they polled wanted darker and edgier. Preteens thought the game looked like it was for babies, so they took a promising-looking Overstrike and hazed it right up. Desaturated color palette, everything looks generic, the gameplay is all simple, it's just a boring gray sludge of a game. The takeaway here is, do not listen to literal children about game design. Yes, you are making the game for them, but they probably don't know what they're talking about. Nothing against kids, but like, come on, man. Feedback, it's useful for stuff like game mechanics or UI design, but completely redesigning your game because some kids were like, not only do I think this should be darker, but I also remember the last time I pissed the bed. It was nuts. The game flopped, and Insomniac reverted back to their old style for every other game after this, obviously to much more lucrative results. Moving on to number 8, it's Paper Mario Sticker Star. For a game that seems pretty innocuous, there's a lot of hatred for Sticker Star, a lot of which isn't necessarily the game's fault, or at least not the developers at Intelligent Systems' fault. Most of the blame for the game's problems should get aimed squarely at Nintendo and gaming legend Shigeru Miyamoto, and some player feedback they were apparently responding to. So to put this all into context, Paper Mario is a series of fan-favorite RPGs. The most popular being the second entry, Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door, which got a ton of praise for its amusing writing, its fun original characters, and its entertaining battle system. Follow-up to that game was Super Paper Mario, a wildly different experience that eliminated turn-based battles and cranked up the quirkiness to the max. The game got a much more mixed response, including an alleged fan survey where only 1% of players thought the story was interesting